He's muted, Steve. All right. Well, welcome everyone. We're going to start off our presentation with a little snippet of a video about the Celebrity Beyond ship. So I hope that was enough to whet your appetite and get you excited. I'm going to introduce myself now. I am Suzanne Clausen. I own CruiseOne, Sholo, Arizona. And this, because we are celebrating our 10th anniversary this year, we are going to be hosting our very first customer appreciation cruise. Again, here's a little blurb about me. I like to think that the reason that my business has grown and become so successful over the last 10 years is that personalized and attentive service that I give to each and every one of my clients. So I want you to feel comfortable booking with me. Those of you that are new to me, I have been in business, like I said, for 10 years. In 2019, our organization gave me the Opal Award, which is their award for outstanding sales leadership and community service. And in 2020 and 2021, I had a little downtime. I think we all did. So I used that time to earn my Master Cruise Counselor certification. And that means that I have a certain level of training experience and broad knowledge of the cruise industry that helps me to serve my clients even better. And in 2022, I am ranked in the top 2% of all CruiseOne and Dream Vacations franchises nationwide. Since August of last year, my husband and I have been on 10 cruises. What can we say? We love the product. I have kind of been addicted to travel since I was a kid. My very first cruise, this is pictures of me on my very first cruise in 1975. I've been on over 45 cruises. I've traveled to all 7 continents, 53 countries and counting. So again, I want you to feel comfortable working with my agency. And there's definitely a lot of advantages and no downside to working with a travel agent. We do have a low price guarantee. You will never pay more working through my agency than you would booking directly with a cruise line. And you get all of my personalized service. You have one phone number to contact me. I pick up the phone nearly 24/7. You have one person to manage all the ins and outs of your cruise. And when I work with groups, I have knowledge of people that are already booked and that kind of thing. So if you're traveling with friends, I can put you together. And I also help us coordinate our dining. So let's talk about our customer appreciation cruises. We have 2 to choose from. You can do one or you can do both. One is an Eastern Caribbean, Fort Lauderdale round trip, and the other one is a Western Caribbean. And I'll go into the itinerary in a little more detail a little bit later. So what's customer appreciation cruise? So we are celebrating our 10th year in business, like I said, and we want to thank all of our clients. We're going to have it on the brand new Celebrity Beyond ship with Captain Kate, hopefully at the helm. That could be based on rotation. It might be her vacation. We can't guarantee that. They don't publish that. We've got back-to-back sailings on 2 different itineraries. And on board, we'll celebrate with our most important assets of our business, and that's you, our clients. Even if you've never booked with us before, now is a great time to join our family. So here are the special amenities that we're going to have complimentary to all of our guests who book on the customer appreciation cruise. Everyone's going to receive a welcome aboard bottle of champagne. We are going to have a meet and greet, or it could be sparkling cider if you don't drink, so champagne or sparkling cider. We're going to have a meet and greet reception the day of boarding. We're going to have 2 private group excursions that we are treating you, our guests, to, so there's no cost if you do one of those group excursions. We're going to have a martini tasting event.
This is not what I thought it was.
Craft beer tasting, and some Riedel wine glass experience, the helipad, sail away if we get that approved, and the bridge tour. And we're going to have a contest of $150 for spa treatment on each sailing. So all that and more. We want you to experience the great taste of celebrity. And again, if we can get the helipad and the bridge tour approved, we would be really excited to present that to you. It's going to depend on COVID protocols and some other things that Celebrity has to work out for us. So just to give you an idea of our customer appreciation amenities, for this cruise, if you book by July 31st, there is a 30% off and an air savings offer from Celebrity. You'll get an extra onboard credit of $200 per cabin. And because you attended the Zoom, if you book, you get $100, an extra $100 of onboard credit per cabin. We're going to have, again, the agency hosted socials, private group shore excursions, swag, and fun times. This is the Beyond. So one of the reasons I like partnering with Celebrity Cruises is that they have some of the highest satisfaction ratings of all the cruise lines. They win a lot of awards too. These are just a few. We went to a presentation last weekend, and the Celebrity agent showed us something like 35 different awards that they won in 2022. Celebrity likes to think of itself as new luxury. It's a simplified approach. They're going to have great food, great service, and fun, exciting activities that come with having a larger ship, but still that personalized attention to detail and personalized service. Celebrity always does destination enrichment. So no matter where you're traveling with them, they're going to have some sort of presenter that is going to give you information on that area. For example, when you're in Alaska, they have an expert on the wildlife of Alaska. When you are in the Caribbean, sometimes they will have somebody that's a historian who'll tell you about the different, like the times of the pirates of the Caribbean. When you go through the Panama Canal, they give you information on the Panama Canal. And of course, the design details. If any of you watch HGTV, you probably know who Nate Berkus is, or Oprah. He used to be Oprah's decorator. That's kind of how he got his claim to fame. He has designed several of the spaces on the Celebrity Beyond. And Kelly Hoppen was the main designer for most of it. So they're really putting a lot of expertise and thought into the whole design process of the ship. And they're going to have unrivaled service. We went on our first Celebrity cruise after the pandemic in December of last year. And I just felt like I was at home. I was like, oh, everything is just so perfect. Great food. So Celebrity will take you on a culinary adventure around the world, all from the deck of your cruise ship. Wonderful, wonderful menu options. And they also try to weave wellness into everything they do. They have the spa-inspired aqua class staterooms. They have cutting-edge treatments. I always go for a massage in the spa, and I usually have pain relief from that massage that lasts me 3 or 4 months. So I only have to cruise every 3 or 4 months just to get my massage. So right now there are 2 ways to book Celebrity. You can book Celebrity as all included or with no perks. They give you a discount of about $500 if you choose to have the no perks rate. So like I say, we'll always work with me. I'll compare the 2 options and we'll figure out which option is the best fit for your needs because everybody's different. The perks are gratuities, Wi-Fi, and an unlimited beverage package that includes both non-alcoholic and alcoholic drinks. So even if you're not a big drinker, you can take advantage of that beverage package. It includes bottled water. Some cruise lines aren't including the bottled water. So it's a very good package. Most of my clients book with the perks rates because of the value of that. But like I said, we can always do a comparison. So next, we're going to look a little bit more into what Celebrity is all about. It's going to be, or it is, it already is an impressive ship. And again, this is Captain Kate McClue's, this is Captain Kate's ship. She is the captain of the ship. We hope that she will be on our cruise when we sail. We can't guarantee it because she does take vacation. And her husband is actually an officer on Royal Caribbean. So sometimes when she's on vacation, she goes and she sails with him. Sometimes he comes on board with her and he's the captain's wife when he comes on board. So Kate is actually kind of become a celebrity of her own. She has a big Instagram following, and she posts a lot of pictures of her kitty cat, who is named Bug, and she calls him Bug Naked because he's a hairless cat. Very cute. Anyway, she's a graduate of the Maritime Academy, and being a captain of the ship is something she wanted to do from the time that she took her very first cruise, maybe 30 years ago. So, okay, here's a couple more pictures of that beautiful, beautiful ship. So we'll start with the Sunset Bar, because on the Beyond, it is about twice as big as it is on the previous versions of the Edge class ships. Really, really special space that was designed by Nate Berkus. And if you watch, like I said, you watch HGTV, you can see a lot of his influence in here. He wanted to make it look like a Moroccan resort. So he has a lot of those archways, the concrete tile, that kind of thing. It's a beautiful area of the ship. And you can see how expansive that area is in this picture on the back of the ship. This is the area, the dining area outside the Ocean View Cafe. And then you go up these stairs, there's a couple of different platforms. And here's that beautiful sunset bar up top there. There's all kind of little nooks and crannies to sit around. I think the area over here is probably a smoking area. But then, you know, they have all of this wonderful area where you can relax and enjoy it if you're not a smoker as well. The rooftop garden is featured on every Edge class ship. The cantilevered pools are a great, wonderful new innovation that they have there. Beautiful space, and they're going to use that for entertainment and relaxation. There's another picture of the rooftop garden here. And Eden is a 3-story lounge and entertainment and dining space on the back of the ship. This is on all of the Edge class ships. The Magic Carpet. Now, this is a platform that was originally designed to make tendering very easily. They have a lounge that you actually go into at the bottom of the ship, and this magic carpet just extends out from that, and it's very seamless when you're in a port where you have to take the tenders because the ship can't dock. But they decided to make it multi-purpose, so they can move it up. It doesn't move with people on it, and it only moves maybe once a day at the most. They can move it up and it becomes an extension of a restaurant. It can be an evening nightclub. It truly is a multi-purpose space. And what sets the Edge class apart from any of the other celebrity classes of ship is their innovative infinite verandas. And we're going to watch a video that's going to show what an infinite veranda cabin looks like.
We've replaced all of this structure with essentially nothing.
This engineering feat allowed for the creation of the new Edge staterooms with infinite veranda that are 23% larger than Celebrity's current veranda staterooms.
What I wanted to achieve here was to try and create lots of different experiences. I think in the Edge stateroom, when you walk in, you're going to know there's a difference. And for me, it was about coming up with sort of light bulb moment of creating the studio so that you could have these kind of glass partition doors that opened where you could actually then have your terrace as part of your living space. I think we created something unique in the cruise industry.
Beautiful, beautiful design element there on the Edge veranda. Now, I will go through all the different categories that are available on this ship. But the infinite veranda is the most popular category. So that's why I included that little feature. All right, here we go. Now this is about the entertainment on Celebrity.
One of the highlights of cruising with Celebrity is the non-stop slate of entertainment available on board for all ages. Whether you're 7 or 70, we guarantee you'll never get bored during your time at sea. Join us as we walk you through all of the magic waiting for you on a Celebrity cruise. First up, the theater, where visionary performances and riveting shows dazzle audiences night after night. All of our shows feature innovative design, seamless technology, and electric performances that will make you want to return for more. Our roster of talented performers hail from all over the world. They are passionate about their work and bring their best to the stage with every performance. On Celebrity Apex, the theater itself is a showstopper. This cutting-edge space features 4 stage areas, 8 moving backdrops, and a translucent 360-degree circular scrim, taking our performances to a whole new level. With our 23 production shows throughout our fleet, there's a wealth of musical genres, dance styles, and spectacular visuals to take in. Enjoy live, high-energy concerts where our performers defy gravity with extraordinary acrobatics. These uplifting musicals feature breathtaking choreography and hit songs from the past several decades that are sure to be a highlight of your vacation. It's the perfect activity for a couple's date night or an evening of family fun. Outside of the theater, many of our bars and lounges also showcase live music performed by our celebrated musicians. Our Sunset Bar is the perfect place to end the day with a front row view of the sun setting in the distance and a backdrop of pop and folk tunes. Ensemble Lounge, Rendezvous Lounge, and the Sky Observation Lounge are ideal venues to cap off your evening with a cocktail and dance the night away. Grab a martini in the Grand Plaza and experience a spectacular display of lights during our chandelier show. For a truly memorable night on board, head to the pool deck or rooftop garden to enjoy live music from a band or DJ, pop-up performances, and the backdrop of the stars above. On our Solstice Series ships, the Long Club is one of a kind. Celebrity is the only cruise line with an outdoor escape that features a half-acre of real grass. This top deck venue is the perfect place for an afternoon picnic or a friendly game of bocce or croquet. If you just want to relax, you can also sit on a comfortable lounge chair and watch a movie at night under the stars, or listen to live jazz concerts while enjoying the unbeatable view. On Celebrity Solstice, Equinox, and Eclipse, the Long Club also features a Hollywood hot glass class, where you'll learn how to create your own brilliant artwork and functional tableware. If you're into competitive games, we also have a slate of fun activities to explore. Grab a bow and arrow and practice your archery skills with cutting-edge technology that makes this activity fun and safe for all ages. Or sign up for Lost in Time, our group escape room experience, where you'll race against the clock in a nerve-wracking challenge. You can also participate in fun activities like our Deal or No Deal game show, dance classes, and silent dance parties. Spend a fun evening with the family at Le Petit Chef, an interactive dining experience where you'll follow a 3D projection of a miniature French chef as he prepares and plates your meal right on your table. On Celebrity Cruises, there's fun for every member of the family. At Camp at Sea, kids will spend their days having fun with our talented team of youth staff. Our schedule of activities adapts to the specific interests of our junior cruisers, who can choose from more than 500 activities that are divided into 4 categories: art, recreation, culinary, and STEM. During their time at sea, kids can learn how to build a compass, participate in Xbox tournaments, and engage in dozens of arts and crafts. At the Teens Club, teen cruisers from 13 to 17 can hang out with kids their age, go head-to-head in an Xbox tournament, attend silent dance parties, and even fine-tune their DJ skills in a workshop with one of our onboard DJs. Sail beyond your borders and expand your mind in our Enrichment series. You'll hear fascinating talks by expert speakers that have worked in a variety of fields. or attend lectures to learn more about the history and culture of the countries on your itinerary. Whether you're traveling alone, with your loved one, or with the entire brood, you'll find endless activities designed to enhance your vacation. Let your passions lead the way and discover a world of fun and excitement on board. To book an unforgettable cruise, visit Celebrity.com, talk to your travel agent, or call us at 1-800-CELEBRITY. View our cruise itineraries and shore excursions in the links below. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more travel guides and inspiration.
So entertainment, that video was sort of for celebrities, their entire fleet. So obviously there were some things on there that are not on the Beyond the Edge, that class of ship, like the Lawn Club and the Hot Glass Show. Also, I wanted to point out that Celebrity welcomes kids, but you usually don't find very many kids on board. We went with our friend and his 2-year-old son on a cruise in February, and the 2-year-old was the only person under the age of 18 on the entire cruise. I don't think we had any kids on our last couple of cruises, or if we did, it was very few. And Celebrity keeps them engaged. Celebrity welcomes kids, like I said, but they don't have things like water slides and ice skating rinks that are going to attract families. They try to present a more upscale experience for everyone. And that's why the kids program focuses on things like STEM rather than just, oh, we're going to keep your kids amused for hours. So let's look at a couple of the venues and the entertainment that are unique to the Celebrity Beyond. The Martini Bar is redesigned. And you noticed in that video, they had the Martini Bar down at the end. They've now put it in the center because it ends up with the flair bartenders and the fun of the Martini Bar. It ends up being the center of attention anyway. So they put it in the middle. They have this wonderful multi-purpose venue that sometimes it's a jazz club, sometimes it's a disco. It's called the club is what it's called. So they use it for a lot of different types of evening fun functions. Unique to the Edge class ships is this beautiful 3-story, I don't know how else to call it. It's like an atrium on the back of the ship. And they use that as an entertainment venue. There's a restaurant in there and also a lounge. And then, of course, the main theater. A lot of the shots we saw in that video were from the Edge class ships with their round theater and the 360-degree screen that comes around. Beautiful, beautiful ships when it comes to entertainment. And if you love live music, Celebrity does a great job. There is always a place almost all day long where you can go and sit and listen to live music, and a wide variety of that type of music, anything from classical to jazz to rock and roll to pop. Now let's talk about the dining. The food is All righty, well, that makes me hungry just watching it. You can see that Celebrity puts a lot of thought into their menu and a lot of attention on the details. So on this ship, there are 4 main dining rooms that are included in the price of your cruise. Each one has a different theme. The Tuscan is their Italian themed, the Cyprus is their Greek theme, Normandy is French, and the Cosmopolitan is their sort of American steakhouse theme. They're all decorated differently. And you can, if you choose select dining, you can dine around in different, rotate your dining in different nights. You also have the option of choosing fixed dining, where you can pick one dining room. You'll have the same waiter and the same table every night. Now, the menu, no matter which restaurant you're in, it rotates every night. So you get a menu, there's a left side that's fixed and stays the same for that particular dining venue. And then the right side rotates every night, but it's the same in no matter which of the 4 restaurants that you dine in. So you can either choose to eat off the theme side, or you can choose to eat off the rotational side. Great variety of foods from around the world is presented on the Celebrity menu. They also have specialty dining venues, which we saw in that video. So they have that brand new Daniel Boulud dining room that is exclusively to the Beyond ship. But they also have the ones that are featured in the other Edge class ships, the Fine Cut Steakhouse, Le Grand Bistro, La Petite Chef, where you have that little bit of an animated experience where they have a little cartoon chef preparing your food, and then it's put on your plate as a cartoon, and then a waiter comes by and puts the exact same dish on top of the plate where the cartoon previously was. It's kind of fun. I've done it a couple of times. And the Eden restaurant is their experiential food experience, where they've done creative takes on different foods to capture all your senses. And then the Magic Carpet is sometimes a dining venue as well. If you book either a suite or an aqua class, you get access to your own exclusive dining experience. If you are in a suite, you can dine in Lumine every night. They have a wonderful menu designed by Daniel Boulud. And also, if you choose the aqua class, they have a menu that's kind of focused on a little bit healthier, cleaner lifestyle, organic food, healthy fats, that kind of thing, but still delicious. It's not like they're going to give you, a little piece of smoked salmon and call that your whole dinner. It is a very nice filling meal, but just designed to be a little bit more on the healthy side. Additional complimentary dining venues include the Eden Cafe, the Spa Cafe. My favorite is the Ocean View. As a matter of fact, on our Greek cruise, I was working late into the evening because of the time difference and trying to answer phone calls and take care of my clients. And we ate in the Ocean View Cafe on that cruise almost every night. And we loved it. They had a different international theme every day, great food. And then my husband's favorite is the Masked Grill, because he loves a good burger and fries. And he says he doesn't know what they put in their burgers, but they're the best burgers he's ever had on the Celebrity cruises. So next, we're going to talk about the different categories of room. So the first one is the Infinite Veranda. Now, the Infinite Veranda, it's the room is exactly the same, whether you're in concierge class, aqua class, or standard. You just get different amenities with the aqua class and the concierge class. So that's the difference. The room is the same. The rooms are laid out one of 2 ways, and I'll show you in the next picture, because in this particular diagram, the bed is by the bath, and it's that way down here too. But every other cabin swaps. So I'm an expert at helping people pick out, do you want to have your bed by the bath or the bed by the window? And I'll try to help you find a cabin that suits your needs. Next class is this Sunset Veranda. Now, the Sunset Verandas are more of a traditional balcony cabin, and they are all on the aft of the ship. So they're all aft facing. A lot of people find these to be their most prized location on the ship because they want to have that panoramic view. We've cruised in Sunset Verandas a couple times, really loved it. Next is what they call a porthole veranda. So you can see it's a traditional veranda cabin, but it's up near the front of the ship or the back of the ship. So it has that superstructure, the metal porthole surrounding your balcony. So it's still a glass balcony. You still have area where you can go out there. It doesn't have that indoor outdoor feel that the infinite veranda has. And here's the picture of the rendering here. It's not a little porthole. It's a good, but they call it a porthole veranda, just so people know that there's this circular structure around the balcony area. Next is an ocean view. They have quite a few ocean views on the ship. And again, alternating layouts. You can have your bed by the window or your bed by the bath. And an inside cabin. So Celebrity also has inside cabins on this ship. That is a great choice for somebody who is on a more limited budget. And this is the thing, people always ask me, I'm a solo traveler. Are there solo cabins? Absolutely, yes. There are Edge solo infinite veranda cabins. So you get your own private veranda. It's a little bit smaller room, you can see, but look, the bath is still quite a generous size. And accessible cabins. So Celebrity is working very hard to make all of their ships extremely accessible. They want to welcome guests no matter what their abilities. And there are accessible cabins in the ocean view category, the concierge class category, and I believe even some suites are accessible. So a wide variety. So if you want a little bit more space and you want to splurge a little bit, a suite can be a great way to enjoy a Celebrity cruise. This is a picture of the starting category of suites. This is the Sky Suite is what they're called. And all suites get extra amenities. So that's kind of the main difference. They're almost it's like a little bit of an upgrade in class of service when you get a suite. You get $300 per person onboard credit. That's the standard all the time when you book a suite. You get the premium Wi-Fi. You get the premium beverage package, which means that your drinks that you can order, you have unlimited drinks, but by the glass are $15 is your maximum that's included. Whereas on the standard beverage package, it's a $9 drink that is included. You can always upgrade if you're not in a suite to that higher, the premium beverage package. But if you're in a suite, it comes automatically. You get dining exclusively in the Luminae dining room. The only people that will be there are people in suites or their guests. If space is available, people in the suites can invite someone. There's a charge for their guests to join them. And you get the retreat lounge, the retreat pool deck, all these other amenities that come with the retreat. The Royal Suite. So this is the next step up. This is going to be about 562 to 687, depending on which Royal Suite you book. And this is a 1-bedroom, 1-bath cabin or suite. It's a suite. Then there's the 2-story Edge Villa. And we saw those in the preview. One of the nice things is, I believe it is from the upper story, you have direct access to the retreat pool deck, which is very nice. And the next one, if you were there's penthouse suites, and these are available on both of these sailings. And then the iconic suite, which we saw in that video. Well, if you count the veranda, it's bigger than my house. So lots of room, gorgeous bathroom there, a beautiful living area. The bed faces out and faces the ocean. You have a better view than the captain, is what they like to say about the iconic suites. So now we're going to talk about the 2 itineraries and what you can do in each port. So this is very exciting. If you've never been to the Caribbean or you've been there, you'll see some familiar stuff that you want to go back and see again. So St. Martin is the first port of call, and lots of things to do in St. Martin. You can do America's Cup sailing, you can do plane watching, you can take all kinds of tours. One of the interesting ones that Celebrity offers is a women's history of St. Martin and women business owners. So you actually go and get to meet some of these ladies that are their own entrepreneurs there in St. Martin and learn about their businesses and what they've been doing to be successful as women entrepreneurs. St. Thomas, lovely in the US Virgin Islands, beautiful beaches there. Again, multitude of things to do there. You can do a scenic sky ride. They have food tours that you can take there. You can do like the Kon-Tiki boat party and have some beach fun. Or one of my favorite things to do is take the ferry over to St. John's and snorkel in the beautiful Trunk Bay. It is a national park, and there's actually an underwater snorkel trail there. Our next port is Puerto Plata, Dominican Republic. And my husband and I actually went there in December. We did this tour. It was the flavors and cultures of Dominican Republic. We got to try cigars and rum and chocolate and learn about the agriculture and the food industry there in Dominican Republic. There's also lots of waterfalls. You can, if you want to learn about their sustainable coffee farming, you can take a tour of that, or you can take a beach day. And if you do the beach day with us, it is complimentary. This is our treat as our customer appreciation gift to you as either a returning customer or a new customer. So we'll board an air-conditioned bus. You'll have a little bit of a panoramic tour of the town, and you'll see, maybe see the street with the umbrellas. I actually took that picture when we were there in January. And then when we arrive at the beach club, there'll be reserved loungers for our group. We'll be greeted with a little bit of rum punch. And then if you want to have additional food or drink, it's also available for purchase at the site. And pricing. Everybody always wants to know about pricing. So because of the 30% off sale, I went in this morning and got the latest pricing off the system. So this is with 30% off. CruiseOne, because we're a national account, has exclusive discounted pricing. So there's an additional savings of $100 per person if you went on Celebrity's website, and you would not get that price. So we give you an extra $100 discount because we're a national account. Then you get the $200 onboard credit, which is the current promotion. And because you've attended this Zoom event, you get another $100 onboard credit. And these prices include all of the taxes, fees, and port charges. I priced it out with the most popular all-included pricing. Now, if you want to do no perks, I can give you a quote for that. It will be less than this, but you don't get your drinks, your gratuities, and your Wi-Fi included in the price of your cruise. So, like I said, we'll always compare the two and find the one that's the best fit for you. And there are also some no single supplement rates in several cabin categories, not just the Edge single cabins. So there's some opportunities. People always ask me, are there single cabins? I don't have a traveling partner and you want to go on a cruise. We have a fun group, so you won't be cruising alone. You'll just be cruising in a solo cabin. So that's the pricing for that Eastern Caribbean cruise. Now we're kind of going to move on to the next one, because remember, you can do one or both. This is the Western Caribbean. And I like this itinerary. There's some beautiful beaches, beautiful things to see. My favorite thing is to go see the Chacobin ruins in Costa Maya. And that, I'll show you in the next slide. This port, of course, of Costa Maya was actually developed as a gateway to see these Chacobin ruins. They are more impressive than the ones in Tulum. Maybe not quite as impressive as Chichen Itza, but this is only about a 54-minute drive. It's very close. If you go to Chichen Itza, it's like a 3-hour drive from your port just to get there. So these are much more accessible and very extensive, very interesting Mayan ruins there. If you don't want to go to the Mayan ruins, there is a beautiful beach. It's just about a 10-minute drive. You can walk through the complex, catch a taxi, and they'll take you right down to the beach. Or there is a path that you can walk if you just would rather get some exercise. Things to do in Costa Maya. There's a multitude of things to do, but my favorite, and this is what I'm going to be treating our group to, is to go see the Chacobin ruins. And Chacobin means place of the red corn. It was an important Mayan temple site from about 200 BC to 700 AD. So my husband and I just got back from Greece, where we visited ancient Ephesus. And Ephesus and this particular area were in their prime around the same time. As a matter of fact, I think Ephesus actually went into ruin earlier than this Mayan ruin did, but they were built and developed about the same time. They have excavated and restored these pyramids, and I have scheduled our tour with Native Choice Tours. They're a fantastic tour company. They have not just tour guides, but when we did this tour about 6 years ago, we did it. Our guide was actually an archaeology doctorate student from University of New Mexico. So she really knew a lot about the area. It wasn't just a local that kind of taught himself. This was somebody that was an expert on Mayan culture. We'll also visit Cozumel. Chacanab National Park is one of the favorite places for people to visit there. You can get a day pass, swim with dolphins. Another popular thing is to do the Playa Mia beach break. And also some people visit Playa del Carmen. You take a little ferry across and you can visit the ruins in Tulum or do a cenote swim. We'll also visit Grand Cayman on that. Grand Cayman is known for the world's most beautiful beaches. Now, if we do tender there with the celebrity, they call them yacht tenders, I guess is what they're calling them. If you look, there's forward-facing seats. They're cushioned. I believe they have a flotation device down underneath. So that's the kind of when they're folded up, they're awkwardly shaped. But these are air-conditioned luxury tenders. This is not, getting on some rickety old tender and going into shore. Lots of things to do in Grand Cayman. One of the most popular is to go to Stingray City and swim with stingrays. There's also places to snorkel. One thing I've done a couple times is just bring my own snorkel equipment, go down the ladder right in town and snorkel over the reef that's right there in St. George, or Georgetown is what it's called. And then there's also a place called Hell that has these crazy looking limestone formations, and you can buy a postcard and send it home to your friends that you were in greetings from Hell. The Western Caribbean. So the pricing is somewhat similar. It's actually a little bit more for this week for some reason. But this includes all taxes, fees, and port charges per person. This is 30% off price with the non-refundable deposit. Again, with our national account discount, you get the $200 onboard credit, and plus you get the Zoom onboard credit when you book with us. We do a couple of other things. I mean, this isn't our only group cruise that we have going. We have in January, we are doing a 14-night Celebrity Infinity to Antarctica. It's going to be a wine lovers cruise. It's almost sold out, but we do still have some availability on that sailing. A couple other sailings. We've got great pricing on an April 24th equinox sailing. And then in May, we've got several sailings in Europe that are at great group rates. October, I also have a fantastic group rate on a Celebrity Eclipse 8-night Mexican Riviera sailing. So if
Los
this
Angeles.
one, I'm sorry, what'd you say?
That's out of Los Angeles. If you're a West Coaster,
Yeah.
it's easy access.
Yeah, easy access, and it visits La Paz, which is a new port for Celebrity. And again, one of those wonderful destinations that's kind of a hidden gem. We also do river cruises. We've got October of this year, we've got a Lower Danube river cruise. October of 23, we've got Burgundy and Provence with Avalon Waterways and with our friends at the Paso Robles Winery Ascension Cellars. And we're escorting both of these river cruises. If you'd like to join our group, we'd love to have you. We also kind of like to do the exotic and some explorers cruises. So in June of next year, we're escorting one that goes to the Arctic Circle and the polar ice cap, 21 nights on Holland America. And then in August of 23, we are doing a luxury Silver Sea cruise that visits all the Arctic areas in Greenland and northern Canada.
Shinkers, so there'll be kayaks and zodiacs and getting up close, getting out on icebergs and glaciers and all good stuff like that.
So again, I want to review the pricing with everybody. Again, this is that non-refundable deposit rate. They give you an extra discount if you do a non-refundable, but if you want to have the flexibility to keep your deposit refundable until final payment, I can price it out for you that way. Again, you get the drinks. These prices are the all included. So it includes drinks, gratuity, Wi-Fi. It includes all those experiential programs that we're going to have complimentary to our guests once you are on board. The martini tasting, the craft beer tasting, the complimentary bottle of champagne, the shore excursion. Each week has its own included shore excursion and more. Oh, the Riedel wine
to be
glass
clear,
experience.
Just to be clear, the one on the left is the Eastern Caribbean the first week, and the one on the right is the Western Caribbean the second one. We seem to have lost our titles.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Steve. Let's just see if there's anything else I need to add to this slide. Again, if you're a solo traveler, give me a call. I can give you some options for a single occupancy cabin. And again, just this is our nice little summary slide. March 19th and March 26th, 2023. They're each 7-night cruises. We've got those wonderful experiential group amenities that are going to be fun. I always say, though, if you book into my group, because I have these great prices, never fear, we're not going to force you to do anything with the group. You can do as little or as much with the group as you want. You know, it won't hurt our feelings. We know that some people just like to experience a cruise, you know, a little bit more with them and their best friends, that kind of thing. So let me see what else, anything else to have. How do you get in touch with me? So email me, call me. I'd be more than happy to do a quote for you, no obligation, and we can go over it and decide if one or both of these cruises is a good fit for you. Again, I'm Suzanne Clausen. I'm the owner of my own CruiseOne travel agency. You can find me at vacationsbysuzanne.com. I specialize in cruises, family vacations, and group vacations. So I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing, and I'm going to see if there's any questions that anybody has. Now everybody's mute. You can either hold down your space bar or just unmute yourself. Any questions? Hi, Anne. Good to see you. Okay. Just hold down your space bar, or are you on a phone? You need. Anne has a question, and she needs to be unmuted.
Space bar, Anne.
Hold your space bar. There you go.
Okay, you have me?
Yeah.
My question is, can any of us in our cabins use the retreat, or do we have to book certain cabins to be able to use that retreat area?
The retreat area is exclusively for people in suites. That's just that one little area up on the front of the ship, and a couple of lounges that are just in that area. Everybody else has, you know, we've got the sunset bar, we've got the main pool, we've got we've got, let me think what else we have. You know, we have the rest of the ship. They just have their own little private area just there for those that are booked in the suite class cabins. So anything Sky Suite or above has access to the retreat. Now, the spa is different from the retreat. So everyone has access to the spa for the services. And if you have a paid service, you usually get a little more access that day. If you were in aqua class, you get into the thermal suite complimentary every day. So that's the benefit of being in the aqua class. So that's different from the retreat. So did that answer your question, Anne?
One more.
Okay.
Where will we be eating as a group each night? Will we be eating together in one of the dining rooms, or do we choose our own, or how does that work?
So the plan is that I will, if anybody who wants to dine with the group and wants to have the same waiter and same table every night, I will make one reservation. It'll be in one restaurant, and we're probably going to do the Tuscan just because I think everybody loves Italian food. And so we'll do the Tuscan restaurant every night, but you are able to work with the maitre d' to order. If you wanted to have the Greek specialty one night, you just need to arrange it, you know, the night before. Hey, I want to try that the Greek thing that they have on the other menu, and you're able to order off the other menus.
Even if you're dining with a group, say 5 of the nights, if you want to go to specialty dining one night or go somewhere else one night, just for a solo dinner or couples dinner, you can do that too. So there's multiple options there.
Yeah, they've tried to make it very flexible. So even if you do have fixed dining, you just need to arrange with the maitre d' at the one of the other included venues to dine there on a different night. So there is plenty of flexibility with the design and everything of this ship.
Hi, Suzanne. It's the other Suzanne. How are
Hey,
you?
Suzanne, I'm good.
I tell everybody that my favorite travel agent is my friend Suzanne. My question is, the Cowans and we have already booked for the Eastern Caribbean, and we hate to be stupid, but we don't know what we're booked for.
We mean like what cabin category you booked?
Cabin class or anything like that.
I put you in an infrared veranda, and I think it's either concierge or
Probably
standard.
E2 or E1, yeah.
Yeah.
We can send you a copy of the invoice.
I'll send you a new copy of the invoice. But you're definitely in an infinite veranda. I don't think I booked anybody except for Ken Ventura, who's traveling solo on this one because Kathy couldn't come. I haven't booked anybody in anything other than an infinite veranda. Oh, and
Not true. We
Savannah.
have someone in the Sky Suite. We have someone in the Sky Suite.
Oh, yeah, we do. We do have, no, but I mean, we don't have anybody in an ocean view. Actually, my daughter's in an inside cabin. We're paying for her, so we put her in an inside cabin. She just sleeps all the time anyway, so it's all good. Any other questions? Yes, yes, Leslie. Oh, you got to hold down your space bar.
Or unmute yourself.
Leslie, you're on mute. You need to either hold down your space bar or unmute yourself. Do you have a keypad? If you have a keyboard, you just hold down your space bar.
I have no idea why Zoom doesn't let us unmute people.
Yeah, that would be great. If
There we go.
Oh,
Is
there
that
you
good?
go. Yeah, we can hear you
Thank
now.
I have 2 questions for you. The
Okay.
first one is, you mentioned the sunset veranda. Where does that fit into
This is a reminder.
price-wise?
Call Jacqueline.
Alexa off.
Price-wise, is that more than an infinite, less than an, where does that fit into it?
It's a little bit more because there's few of them, and then they're on that prized aft location. So I can look at it right now if y'all can hold.
No,
for
I
a
was
second.
just-
Yeah, it's around the same price. It's not a huge price difference. I believe it's about the same price as concierge class. But those are aft facing. There's only a few of them. So
No, are they
And-
all concierge class? We just came off of the Infinity, and we were concierge class, and I was wondering if I were to do this sunset veranda thing, is that also concierge class, or are there some that
no,
are, some that aren't?
I think it's completely different. I don't think there's any aft facing concierge class. All of the concierge class are infinite verandas, I
You're
believe.
saying the
You know,
pricing would be similar to a concierge class.
yeah,
not that they are
pricing would be
concierge class.
similar. Yeah, you know what? Let me.
But in terms of the amenities,
plan.
then you don't get the same amenities that you would get in a concierge class?
You would not
just
get the
get the- you get
concierge
the-
class in amenities in a sunset veranda. You would not. You would need to
not.
be you would not,
Well,
because
it's a little more
they're different.
expensive, but you have fewer amenities? That doesn't make a lot of
I
sense.
think they're a little bit
You're
less.
getting the view out the back. That's what you're buying with the sunset veranda, is that view.
Yeah,
out the-
exactly. Is
cabin
the
balcony on the
view
back of
out
the
the
boat.
back.
Huh. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, and then
Yeah,
the other
it's-
question I have is,
Okay.
since this is the 3rd in the Edge series, and basically the Edge and the Apex are almost twins, is this kind of a triplet except for that one? You mentioned this one bar that's much larger on the Beyond. Besides that, are there any major differences between this one and the first 2?
Yes, they've done a couple of innovations on this one. The sunset bar is obviously a lot bigger. The martini bar is now in the middle of the bar instead of at the end.
Of the Grand Plaza.
And the suites are in a little bit different location. Maybe it's like they've added another deck up there by the suites for the The restaurant's in a little different location. They just tweak things a little bit. And I'm looking at my computer right now because I'm pulling up a deck plan to see if there are any aft facing concierge class.
But basically, the selection of bars and restaurants and all of that are pretty much the same in all of the Edge series ships.
Yes, the
Pretty
Daniel Boulud restaurant is new on the
Usually
Beyond.
dining.
That's
Okay.
the new specialty dining. I'm just looking at the deck plan really quickly. So there are some sunset suites that are on the aft section that are not sunset verandas, they're suites. But looking at all the concierge class, I'm just double checking my recollection of this deck plan. And the concierge class are all side facing. They're going to be on deck. Let's see. Concierge class. There's a few on deck 9. I think they're on 10. There's a couple on 10. And there's most of the concierge class are on deck 11. And they're all side facing. There are no aft facing concierge class in this class of ship.
So then, I'm sorry, I'm a little bit confused. So then the sunset verandas are what class?
They're
Class.
their own class. They're sunset verandas.
They're their own class.
Yes,
Okay.
they are their own class, and they're on deck 7 aft, deck 8 aft, deck 9 aft, deck 10 aft. And there's only 6 of them on each deck. So
Oh.
there's not a whole lot of them.
Aft facing verandas, sometimes verandas are bigger. They're aft facing, you get the panoramic view out the back of the ship. So they're considered a
A
nicer
premium
class of people, like
premium location
premium
on the
location, a
ship.
good way to say it.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, thank you. Beyond,
Okay.
one more thing, beyond
Sure.
doing the Caribbean, where is this ship gonna go? Do we
It's
know?
it's doing the Mediterranean and the Caribbean. So in the summer, it does the Mediterranean, and in the winter season,
Oh, okay.
it's
So
doing
starting in the summer
Caribbean.
of 2023, it will be doing the Mediterranean?
It actually
right
did.
now.
It's actually doing it right now.
Oh.
But they're considered pre-inaugural cruises because they're actually going to do the inaugural cruise when it gets to Fort Lauderdale, where their home, their
Right,
home is
right.
Fort
So
Lauderdale.
it's doing a
Okay.
transatlantic coming across the ocean at the end of October, and they'll do the naming ceremony and all that stuff on the 4th through the 6th of November, and then the inaugural cruise will be the 6th through the 8th. So that's when it's in the U.S. port. In my
Is there a
Lauderdale.
transatlantic cruise available in October or whatever?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, I can book you on that. Call me on that, and you'll get our national account pricing as well. So you'll save money over booking it directly with Celebrity.
Still get the Zoom on board credit.
Yeah, and you still get the Zoom onboard credit. You don't have to book necessarily one of these to get that. I'm going in and looking right now at pricing for the
5 after
Sunset
Suzanne, so you need
Veranda.
to hurry.
Oh, it is? Okay. Well, why don't I'm just looking really quickly to see the pricing on the Sunset Veranda. Are any other questions, Steve? If you can take questions while I'm just looking at this really quickly.
Any other questions from anybody? Okay, I'll go ahead and end the recording here, and
Yeah, we'll end the
you
recording.
just want to hang on, Leslie, for a minute. We'll get you that pricing.
Yeah, I'll have it in just